exciting Olympias to date coming up, and we started off right here at the press conference. Without further ado, let's get the lineup for the 2016 Mr. Olympia. From Maryland, after 13 years off the Olympia stage, give it up for the one and only Rhoden. Real threat to the title. What's it from? Shawn, Rhoden. Former Olympia champion, sharper every year, the blade, Dexter, Jackson. And your five-time Olympia reigning and defending champ, get it up for the Heath. To go on with a great show, please welcome your co-host for the press conference, DJ Dennis, the Menace, J.
Wow. Welcome to Las Vegas, everybody. Wow, it's all I can say right now because looking at the lineup this year, being on the stage for 10 years, myself, and especially 2016, looking down the lineup and looking at the person that made me start bodybuilding, that made me go to the gym for the very first time because I saw pictures of him and I figured I want to look like him. Welcoming him back here, Kevin Levrone. Thanks, Kevin, for coming back. This is the man that made me start bodybuilding. This is the truth. Now, Bob, what do you think, my man?
I think this is going to be one of the most exciting Olympias today, DJ. Of course, history will be made this weekend at the Olympia, and we've got some great storylines here today. We're going to give the first line to the champ, the first word and the last word, of course. Phil Heath in the house. All right, champ. This is not unfamiliar territory for you, but this year, 5-time champ instead of 4-time champ, looking to tie Dorian Yates with number 6 this year. Obviously, as people know, Phil very vocal on social media. He's out there with the fans, whether they love him, hate him, or anything in between. So, welcome back to the Olympia stage, champ.
Great to be back. Definitely want to say thank you all for coming out. I know that this is not an event that just happens with people just in the United States. People from all over the world. We have competitors from all over, but also the fans from all over the world. I really appreciate you guys for taking the time and the resources and contributing to our sport, bodybuilding, and means the world to me, all these amazing athletes. I'm just really excited to be here. This is now, another title defense. Every year is a new challenge, a new part of my journey, new phase of life. And, I'd like to follow up with what Dennis James said and, give a shout out to Kevin for actually talking the talk and walking the walk. When I first started bodybuilding, Kevin Levrone was definitely one of my, initial idols because of his musculature, his symmetry, his proportion, and all these amazing things. And I know on social media, throughout my career, it's been repeatedly over and over and over again, virtual chromos downs and stuff like that of Kevin and I, because we share some similarities. Now we actually get to see it. I give him a lot of credit because of the fact that 13-year layoff, damn, I don't think any of us could do that. And that's what bodybuilding really is. It's saying, age ain't nothing but a number. We go through all different types of adversity. We may give up, but, we get back up and we decide that, we're going to handle this on our terms. And, this is a living proof that, we got some young guys, we got some, rookies, we got some older guys. And it's great for the sport. It's great for you, the fans. I know you guys are really excited to see us getting on Friday. I'm pumped. I'm happy.
All right, thank you, Phil. Well, speaking of Kevin, let's get right to the champ. Kevin, 13 years removed from the stage, you decided this year you were going to make your return to the Olympia stage. We're obviously very happy to have you here and back in competition. You told me a couple months ago that you were looking to bring back a 90s physique to a modern era stage. Have you achieved that in your prep for the Olympia?
Well, first I would like to say this is a great honor to be back here on this stage. So I'll say thank you to the organization. Thank you, Bob, and everyone here, because this sport is certainly built on Ben and Joey's dreams and integrity, and it just runs really, really deep. So as I look around this room, I see Raphael, I see Rob, I see Steve, I see so many years and years of hard work and integrity that goes behind not just being here, but what do you do when you walk off this stage? And I was just taught so much from Ben and Joe that champions. You're not a champion just only on the stage, but you're a champion as well. When you leave this stage, what do you represent? What do you want to be known for? So for me, I just thank God for that opportunity. Thank God for this, the IFBB, and allow me again to come back and to present myself to the world and also the fans. So I want to say, first of all, thank you guys, and thank you for all the support and the fans around the world.
Thank you, Kevin. Talking about the 90s era, there's one more athlete on this stage that's competed in the 90s. It's been on this stage since '99. that placed second last year to the champ Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, at 47 years old. So when we talk about eras, we have to represent you. Because his first Olympia was in 99, am I correct?
That's correct.
Now, listening to what's been happening to build up this Olympia with Kevin coming back, what is the Dexter Jackson saying to all this? I mean, you arguably had a few fans last year saying you could have won the show last year.
A lot.
Now, that must have been probably the biggest motivation you ever had since you've been on this stage getting ready for this Olympia. What is Dexter Jackson saying to all of this?
What do you mean, with Kevin come back and all of that?
No, well, yeah, they saying bringing the 90s back and Kevin coming back out of retirement, being, you know, a little bit older than the average athlete on here.
Yeah, he's old.
What do you mean? Well, I just want to say, Kev, it is such an honor, man, to compete against you and to actually, I kept going. Okay, it's so emotional right now. Excuse me, because this guy is like an idol to me. So. Let me settle down. Let me say this again. I'm sorry. All right, so Kevin, back to what I was saying. It was an honor competing against you so many years today. And it's amazing seeing you come back after a 13-year layoff. It's unbelievable. I have nothing but good things to say about Kevin. So all you guys out there who've been trying to get me to say something, negative, okay? Because like I said, I look up to you like my father, so I'm not gonna.
No, be the first one to be old.
Exactly right. But like Dex is saying, it's like family, you know what I mean? IFBB, it's family that runs deep, back in those eras, man. So.
Yeah. So, we used to all hang out and, when we go overseas and stuff, it's not like that anymore. We were a family when we went overseas. And now you get the guys now, they win a couple dollars and they're like, can't tell me nothing. I can't come out of you. You remember that?
Absolutely. It's like one of the beautiful things about the sport, Me and Flex was talking earlier. It's like we were there for each other back in the day, So I hope it continues. I hope that it will continue or at least come back, after this, this weekend.
But to finish up what I was saying, it's an honor to compete against you. And also to be able to compete in this area as well. So you got some great champions from both eras. Me being in both, so I'm a champion in both. So I'm just saying. Shut up, Phil. See, I want to joke this. When you guys that don't know me, this is the real me. It took many years for me to show you this. Now I'm here.
You go say a million facts, that's exactly how you are. Have been for years. You told me yesterday, if you were to win this thing, you'd hang them up after you won. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm not gonna lose. I put in a lot of work, man, since last year. Phil knows me. Me and Phil, we go way back, man. And Phil knows me. He's the same way with me. He wanted to beat me so bad when I was whooping his behind. He would call me up. I would be in the Popeye line. Yo, let me get a 5-piece chicken.
What are you doing?
Maybe get a chicken and rib dinner with some black eyed peas, some corn and okra, and this. Now I'm like, God dang, man, what are you 8 weeks out? He's like, got this, man. I'm like, hey, this guy's got some nuts.
Did you guys rehearse this?
No. But it's an honor to be able to compete in both eras. Well, I've been through like 3 eras, so it's an honor to be in 3 eras.
Well, it's good to see that you give that much respect to your 5-year-old dad. I didn't know that he's the most fertile 5-year-old I've ever seen. Awesome. Now, can the 90s or the 2000s, who's going to beat you? Who's going to beat you?
Well, I'm
I'm interested to see on how Kevin's going to look since he took so long off. I mean, if Kevin comes back like Kevin, we might all be in trouble. But I think I've been known to have the best genetics ever in the sport because on the blade. I don't do no cardio, no abs, none of that stuff, so that's why I lasted so long. But everybody's saying, well, Kevin's got the greatest genetics, and I'm like, well, why are you doing cardio 2 days out? I stopped 5 weeks out, I'm just saying.
You can already hear Kevin after he wins the show. Move your daddy.
That's what he'd be saying. Phil, is a 90s physique good enough to beat a 2016 physique?
We will see you on Friday and Saturday night. It's as simple as that. I am not going to get into this. I'm here for the damn job. My job is to win number 6, tie for a race, and get the hell out of here. I respect everybody. I'm excited. I know I look good, and I'll be able to prove on Friday, Saturday night. That's it.
Well, before we get the debate of the eras, folks, before we move on, I want to give recognition to our 2 IFBB presidents sitting down in the front row. Please welcome Mr. Rafael Santoja and Mr. James Mania. We talked about the 90s. These guys were around way before the 90s, and obviously up until, yeah, that's right, you, Jim. You don't look that old, but you're doing all right. You look good, Jim. You look good. All right, well, here's a guy who might have something to say about that. Shawn Rhoden, clearly in the mix last year. That's a lot of people say you possibly could have won last year. I heard more than a handful saying Shawn Rhoden might have won last year. Welcome, Shawn.
Thank you.
Well, Shawn, you're clearly one of the guys that we talked about the mass monsters. We talked about the classic physique style, like Cedric. We'll get to Cedric in a moment. But you're clearly a guy that's pretty much right in between. You certainly got the muscle, but you also bring those classic lines. What improvements have you made this year to get you in front of Phil Heath?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and showing support. Being an IFBB pro has always been a dream of mine. And to be sitting up here with these great athletes, getting ready to go out here once again on Friday night. Came to you guys so excited up there ever since stepping on stage last year. And with Kevin coming back, I've been a big fan of Kevin. We've lived 30 minutes away from each other back in Maryland. And Kevin has been a great friend of mine. And it's an honor to be able to step on the stage next to a legend. As far as making an improvement, I think I worked on everything. I didn't feel as if I lost last year. I think no matter what, it was a standout. I know I brought a package that, in my opinion, should have won. And it's just a matter of going back out here and presenting myself and showing what I've done.
Well, I remember you saying last year you're going to beat Phil. You voiced it very openly right here. You were sitting where Dexter sitting today. And you basically told Phil that you will beat him in almost every shot. Now, you lost not only to Phil, but also to Dexter last year. So now, what is your mindset, knowing that there's 2 guys you got to beat in order to win this title? What improvements have you made? And what is tell me, what do you beat these guys on this year? What do you think is your strong part? What makes you just beat these guys this year? What's different about Shawn Ray? Shawn Rhoden, not Shawn Ray. I'm sorry, Shawn Ray. I'm here so much 90s, I'm all back in the 90s.
Flex, you want to make a comeback? Well, again, last year, as I said, it was a challenge for me going out there and made it quite clear, sitting there that I didn't think Phil was going to be opposing it. I'm going to make the same statement with both Kevin, Flex, sorry.
Hey, even if you don't know what you're talking about.
Phil and Dexter. I made enough improvement where I feel as if condition-wise, symmetry-wise, pose for pose, I'd love to get a call out just me and Phil.
We'd love to see that too. Don't we?
I think we could probably make that happen. I know Steve Weinberger, our head judge, is in attendance today. Steve, can we look forward to that call up? Absolutely. Steve is here to please.
I'm confident enough to know that I did my homework, and I'm ready to go out there and just get it on.
Well, D, some of the word that's been out there this offseason, of course, we've heard the same 3 or 4 names throughout. And, of course, that's Shawn, Rhoden, Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, Big Ramy, Roelly, Winklaar. We hear these names over and over and over. These are the guys to beat. These are the guys to beat. The one name you haven't heard too much of, though, is maybe a name that you should have been hearing about, and that's Cedric McMillan. All right, Ced, the one.
Testing, 1, 2. Okay, yeah.
Should your name be up there with these guys when they talk about people that are a threat to this Olympia title this year, Cedric?
Well, okay, I can give you a genuine answer, and I can give you an answer that people tell me I should say.
No, listen. This is the Olympia crowd. Let me tell you, they're not looking for PC, man. They want to hear from the heart. So, isn't that right, guys?
All right, so keep it real from the heart. I've talked to Shawn about this. He's been on my ass all year. Ever since, well, I got to this part, but I didn't get much farther than this part last year. And when he got the word, I was sick. He was like, "What? Cedric?" Because we had a plan. You know,
I said you should get out of the hospital and drive over here.
You know, we had a plan. If I could get in that first call out, we were going to tag team. You know, we were going to do the best we could to, you know, try to.
You're going to block Phil out? What are you guys going to do?
I mean, I hit him high and Shawn hit him low or something. You know, and when one of them gets out, we'll tag in. But anyway, I didn't get to make it, you know, and for the last couple of years, me and Shawn, you know, when we talk and stuff, I always have been a fan of his physique and his condition. You know, we kind of started, I think we turned for the same year. He was a few months before me, and we had kind of the same little rocky start, and then, you know, we both kind of, you know, found ourselves around the same time, but the difference with us is he has, you know, the legs, the lower body that he has is one that I, you know, would like to have. And then his conditioning came along almost immediately once he got with Chris, and that's been something that's been, you know, developing for me over time. So I said that to say that, you know, these last couple of years I've been kind of using Shawn as a benchmark for myself, you know, wondering how he look at how many weeks out to kind of gauge where I am. And that really helped me get ready for the Arnold. Well, first Kevin's show in Poland, and then I'm going into the Arnold this year. And I knew, of course, I was going to have to compete against Kai, and I was scared to death. You know, this, you know, was one of the thickest short guys, you know, in the sport. And I just said to myself, man, if I can, you know, stand up there and compete with him, you know, and maybe win a few poses and maybe look good beside him, that would kind of give me, you know, the confidence that I needed to feel that I actually belong in, you know, these top guys that are definitely going to be in the first call out. So with your original question, the answer is, I don't care if my name is not mentioned as one of the top guys yet, because I hadn't actually been up there and had a chance to compete yet. You know, but, you know, the answer that I should tell you is that, yes, my name should be included with those guys. But what I want to do is just, and what I'm praying for, what I'm asking for, and pleading for, man, just give me a shot. If you could just put me up there, I'm sure I would do some damage at the show. And I'm doing this for, you know, for the people who love the style of bodybuilding that I love. And, you know, I can remember when I turned pro, you know, there was no talk about classic looking physiques. There was no physique division. There was no classic bodybuilding division. And, you know, I like to believe that they came up with these divisions to try to find a place to put me, you know, because I just didn't fit anywhere. But my goal was to try to get the sport to go back to where it was when it was so beautiful and when I fell in love with it. And to see all these changes being made and they're making way for these young guys as they begin to develop their physiques. They don't have to try to think and focus, and their goal is, I want to look like Dorian Yates, so I got to look like Ramy. Now they can, as they develop, they have another look that they can try to achieve, and they can stop there or work on that before they actually ruin their physiques trying to be something else. You know, for those that have the genetics to be big, they can go for that too, you know? The whole point of it all,
and what's so beautiful about bodybuilding is, you know, there's so many different types of us, and we all have something unique to offer, you know. And what I just hope is, and it kind of was disappointing for me because it seemed like coming into the show there was a story about this guy, and him coming back, you know. But what I would like to happen, what I hope happens, is that all of us have the opportunity to showcase our uniqueness, because there's somebody here to see each and every one of us, you know what I'm saying? And we all deserve, you know, a chance, and we all, you know, should have the opportunity to showcase ourselves for the fans, you know, whether we get put in a certain call out.
I guess what that means that we should have everybody in the first call out. Now, talking about
I'm in the first call out. First of all, to go in the first call out, like I might have to take like a 10-second time out, you know, just like and if Phil bump me or get in front of the line on me, you know.
But talking about damage,
I got to try to chill.
talking about doing damage, I see Ramy is tearing that Tupperware up here. Let's get to the big man, who he's been talking about for years now as potentially being one of the guys that can potentially beat Phil Heath at his own game. Now, looking at big Ramy right here being hungry, Ramy, what does Ramy feel like in 2016?
First, I need to see, I'm really happy because I stand with one line with the ring, Kevin, because this life a dream, you know. And I'm really sorry because I didn't hear Mr. Dennis Wolf here with my life. Yeah. I'm back, bro. Very fast. Sorry, my English is dead. So
Yeah. It's very good now, very good. I mean,
and I need to see 2016. Maybe I changed everything. My idea about how can Ramy win this year? Because last 3 years I'm coming to win. I never come to number 7 or number 8 or number 5. Every time I come to win. This year I think I don't like to promise any people like last year. I'm shredded. But you know, I think I can change a lot. To make everyone here proud to make every fan from Ramy tell this. He can see something in bodybuilding like this before. That's it.
All right, thank you, Ramy. Well, we're talking about some of those things that have been up there with that first call out. Roelly Winklaar, no exception. Roelly, welcome back to the Olympia, my friend.
Hi guys.
All right, Roelly, we're hearing a lot of talk about that much wanted first call out, much awaited first call out. You look like you put on a little bit of size this year, my friend.
It's not about size. I try to come every show better and make my mistakes better, and everybody gonna be first call out because you feel better when you first call out. Yeah,
Just calm down, Roelly. Calm down. Gets a little too excited sometimes. We gotta bring him back in. Are you gonna be in that first call out? She's on the judging panel to be in the first call out.
we go for it. Therefore, I trained for a long time. I trained Kuwait, and I miss my family a lot. I train for be the first call out. I don't miss my family for nothing. This is my goal.
talking about the first call out. We have another athlete on the stage that's been here a veteran, no stranger to this stage, and also been potentially also already won one Olympia maybe in 2007 when he placed second to Jay Cutler. Let's welcome back Victor Martinez, who is, of course, as we all know, one of the athletes that have to overcome one obstacle after the other. And I call him the rubber ball because he bounces back as soon as he goes down, he'll be right back up. Victor, coming off the win in, what show was it again that you just won?
Baltimore Pro.
Baltimore Pro. So now coming off a strong win, what is Victor saying to all this? Everybody's talking about these guys being the first call-outs, and nobody really mentioned Victor Martinez as of yet. So how do you feel about all that?
So good. That's the way I like it. That way, pressure's off. At the end of the day, it's just I got that win to qualify. I didn't want to come in with points. Last year I did. I've been waiting for that first call out for the last 3 years, and it's tough. It's tough because losing the weight, trying to get it back, and finally, got my weight back up. And I just thought about that first call out, like Cedric said. You get that name called out. I think I'm gonna skip to my loop right to the lineup.
There's no skipping on the Olympia stage, Victor.
I'm gonna skip, man. Because it's something that I've been struggling, and it hasn't been easy. And nothing up here for any of these guys is easy, except for a few years like 2007 to Jay Cutler. Where are you, man? Yeah, but again, that's the past. It's happened. Right now, I'm just focused on always beating myself from the year before, and I just want to thank everybody in Oxygen for helping me, because I've been trying it on my own. Real family, and when all bad things happen, everybody from that was close to me just disappeared. They blew in the wind, and they invited me in 2009, and finally I said, you know what, let me take this up. It was hard because I do have my kids here, so going away, leave my kids is a sacrifice. Love my kids. I love my kids around me all the time, and very protective of them. And so to leave and go away, and a week, 2 weeks, a month, it's a long time. So I'm very grateful for that. Also, Steve always telling me, what, you're almost there, Steve Weinberg, and he knows I just don't quit. Quitting is boring, and wanted to come back, and it's all about that first call out, and like I said, being on the radar is cool because I did my job, got my weight up, and
how confident are you now?
I'm always confident. That's the thing. When that wasn't good, I'm always confident. But at the end of the day, it's you always got to have that mindset of, I'm going to do good. I never told myself I can't do it or anything like that. I'm beating guys at 60, 80%. I never really, I came back after layoff a year and a half. Being away for a while, broken arm, and of course I'm a loose behemoth like Ramy and New York Pro, but again, these guys were out, these guys were training, and if I could beat guys at 60%, imagine me at 90. It's a big difference. I know I can do it, and that's why I look forward. And my fans, the support of my fans, day in, day out. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you, and that's what keeps me going.
All right, thank you, Vic. Folks, on a side note, a new Olympia record has been made while we've been here at the press conference. Big Ramy is over the 300-pound mark in the last 10 minutes. You beat, buddy. You beat. Man, he don't slow down. Man, look who made his way to the front row. Steve Kuplo. Steve, congratulations. You made your way from the rookie section last year down into the front row. The King Snake is back. Great year this year. Congratulations. You added on with another one of the new guys, Nathan Diasha. We're going to get to Nathan in just a few moments this year in California out of John Lindsay's show. Great showing for both of you. Great showing for the next generation that's coming up onto the Olympia stage. Give me the differences between last year and this year in terms of your Olympia experience, the preps, getting involved in your thought process now that you've got your feet wet on the Olympia stage.
Well, this year is going to be a whole new package. It's going to be the biggest and the hardest I've been. I worked really hard with my coach, George Farah, this year, and excited to be on the stage, bringing and improving what I brought last year and years before. The biggest thing I need is to get the call out with the guys. And Mr. Weinberger has done an amazing job this year mixing it up and getting everybody in the comparison. So if I get that comparison, this will be the best placing to date on Olympia stage I've had.
Rookies, we have.
Hold on. There's one more thing. We talked about this being a family, the IFBB and everything. And Dexter up here is like somebody I've looked up like a father, I guess. So I guess I got my grandfather.
See, you're the father to Steve, as Kevin is to you.
Yeah. We got to keep the family thing going. So, I'm the young guy. I'm one of the young guys.
Well, talking about young guys and talking about rookies and Olympia debuts, we have 6 of them this year, Bob. 6 guys, and some of these guys been on my radar all year and since last year, and I got to mention one right now. I'm going to start with a rookie. Last year, he was a rookie. His first show, he won the show hands down in San Marino, went on to win the Levrone show, his first 2 pro shows with a victory, qualified for the Olympia this year, already last year, but decided to do more shows and placed 3rd at the Arnold Classic in Columbus. And in my eyes, and I watched this guy very closely, is, in my eyes, the best thing that coming out of Australia ever. Josh Lenatovic. Let me get this right. Josh, winning 2 pro shows, qualified for this show. As a bigger guy like you, what was the deciding factor for you to keep going and doing like 2 or 3 more shows this year, even though you were already qualified? And what does it mean for you right now to be on the biggest stage on the planet, something that you probably didn't even think of last year?
Why I did it was, to inspire other people. And, I've been given nothing that God has not given me. He's put me in a beautiful family, a loving mother, a strong father, an incredibly inspiring older brother who started my journey in bodybuilding, my beautiful wife, and my great friends who shaped and molded my life to know that bodybuilding doesn't just define who I am as a person. And that's what I really wanted to represent, saying the king of the gym. It doesn't mean I'm better than anyone. It just means a king should reflect leadership. And we're talking before with Kevin, leading other people, and that's something that I'm really strong and that's really close to my heart, is raising a generation of new people coming up in the gyms, because all of us here are leaders. And even if this is my last Olympia, which I hope it is, and I want to be here for many years, but just to be on this stage, it's incredibly humbling, and I have a platform then to inspire many more people. And that's really, really what's blessed me. I mean, I've had a lot of great mentors with Chad Nichols and Kim, Tony Doherty, these people that have helped mold me and shape me into this sport, because in Australia it has been very hard and there hasn't been many people. But I just want to thank all the fans and everyone that supported me along the way, and that's what's given me the hope. And that's why I do it, as you said, why I wanted to keep going through the year, even though I'd already qualified. It's to give hope. Like maybe there was someone out there that saw me that hadn't started in the gym yet and just thought, wow, this can guide my life in a certain path and, healthy living and all those sort of things. And that's why.
It was awesome to listen to your humble side. Now, I want to talk to the warrior, Josh. Okay? You were IFBB Pro champion. You placed 3rd in the Arnold Classic here. Now, going into the Olympia, which is the biggest show on the planet, whose ass are you kicking from the guys that you already know? I don't want to hear your humble side. I want to hear Josh, when you train, who you prepping for, who you know I have to beat in order to go and place where I want to place.
It's cliche, but I always have to beat myself. And even if I'm 800 kilos of fat, I'm going to pick myself to win over anyone else.
That's again your humble side.
Over anyone else. No, it's not. It's true. Like, of course I want to win. Everyone wants to win because...
Do you believe in your heart?
If you win, you have more of a reach to impact lives.
Do you believe in your warrior heart when you train?
Yeah.
That you can beat guys like Ramy, Phil, Shawn, Rhoden, Dexter Jackson? Do you believe you can do that?
You can do it, Josh!
Yeah,
That's all I want to hear.
I definitely believe in myself and my abilities, and I've made massive improvements and things like that. I don't think I'm better than anyone physically. It doesn't make you a better person, but as a bodybuilder, yeah, I've busted my ass in the gym, and I've tried my best.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Another rookie.
That's where myself on. I need
that just came out of nowhere.
Front door for me.
I don't know where you came from all of a
Do you want me
sudden.
to stop it?
Nathan the Asher from England. Nathan.
It's not a big deal. I just
Great
it
rookie
is a big deal,
season.
but it's not.
Start placing. Might not be
Because
right. Ended up winning the show.
because I record stuff and
Give us your thought on being here on the Olympia stage next to all these champions.
But I'm not sure. I go to explore also and record things.
Just come up here. It's
Okay.
not a big deal. You're not